Good morning and welcome to a new vlog. So this week I'm trying something which I have thought about a lot, and my friend and I were having a discussion how, okay, it's been said you're supposed to have breakfast like a king,
yep,
lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Is that true though?
Well, you're going to find out in your vlog.
Yeah, so this morning I'm going to be eating all my meals in reverse. So for breakfast this morning I'm having baked potatoes and baked beans, which is a bit of a low-key dinner, but to be honest with you, I just got to ease myself into it. Isn't that right, Banks? Because if I'm actually eating my meals in reverse, I should have my snacks first and then dinner.
No, the whole idea is your breakfast should be a good, substantial breakfast. It's not that you put the lunch backwards. Eggs, bacon, beans.
No, well, no, I know that.
That's what it's saying. You have a really substantial breakfast, a slightly less one for lunch, and your evening meal is like
cereal. Yeah, but Dad, the thing is, I'm just going to eat my meals in reverse.
No, that's not what it's saying.
Okay, well, I'm going...
So therefore, it's void.
Kind of got mugged off by Dad before this video even started, but just to set things straight, I'm not doing breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, dinner like a pauper. I'm eating my meals in reverse. But if you do want to see that video, let me know and I'll give that a try and see if that feels any different than this did. Well then this video is just me eating my meals in reverse and see how that affects me.
Yeah.
Is that better for you?
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
What have you got for breakfast?
I got a lovely little cinnamon bagel with honeycomb honey.
Look at that melty butter. For dinner this morning, I know this will offend some people that my beans are touching my lettuce, but to be honest with you, I don't mind it. It could be like the time I had gravy on my beans and everyone freaked out. I don't feel that weird having this for breakfast because I feel like you'd have beans anyway. Well, it's not breakfast, it's dinner technically. And then afterwards we'll have pudding, but I'm really not in the mood for pudding. Never thought that'd be a phrase that comes out of my mouth. Right, I am all done. That was quite a weird experience. It just felt like it kept going on and on. And I felt like I was taking really long to eat it, whereas dinner time, normally I scoff it down in T-2 seconds. Dessert, classic hot water. I've already eaten a bit of the first cookie, so I'm gonna have 2 cookies because, to be honest, I probably have a bit more pudding than this normally, but I'm just really not in the mood. Not gonna lie, once you open the cabinet of cookies, I could just keep going. That is the first meal of the day. I actually thought I'd be really full, but I'm not, which is not reassuring. But we'll see how hungry I am at lunch. Okay guys, it's lunchtime, and obviously lunch isn't actually gonna be any different from what I normally have because it's lunch, and this is what we've got for today. We've got Grackle on toast, smoked salmon, and scrambled egg rolls. So I'm about to make my breakfast for dinner. It is 5:45. I'm trying to work out what I want for dinner. I'm actually weirdly not that hungry, but I think that's because I've had like my big meal, my lunch, so you do feel a bit less hungry. I don't know, it's just a bit weird how normally your main meal is at the end of the day. Do I want toast? Do I want pancakes? Waffle? I might do waffles. I don't know what I want. I don't know. Do I just want toast? What have we got in the cupboard? I'm at a loss. I really don't know what I want. Do I go for waffles? Waffles? The family are all having stir fry. And I'm here about to make some pancakes. I really want stir fry, but I can have it tomorrow for breakfast. And instead I'm gonna have some pancakes. This is for breakfast. I can't snack tonight.
Why not?
Is that all you're
breakfast.
having? Is that all you're having?
Yeah, but remember, I have had a main meal at breakfast, didn't I?
Yeah, but that's breakfast.
Yeah, but that's my dinner. Do you get me?
Yeah, but you've done it around the wrong way.
That's what I'm trying to get at. So I'm less hungry because I've eaten more throughout the day already. But
Is that your theory?
it's not my theory. It's breakfast like a king. Lunchtime.
It isn't. You've done it wrong. I told you this morning.
Classic family, everyone getting involved, but it's a good discussion point because it's true, because if they're thinking that, then you guys are going to think it too. So, as I said already, this is just me eating my meals in reverse, okay?
But this should be at the start of the day.
But large amount.
That's your breakfast.
Breakfast should be a large amount.
Well, we can do that as a
strong
separate video. I'm eating my meals in reverse, that's what I'm doing.
That's different.
That's different.
Well, breakfast has been consumed at the ripe old time of 7 o'clock. It was delicious, but it wasn't enough. Even though I thought maybe because I'd eaten throughout the day, like more than I normally would, because obviously dinner's mine. I'm just intrigued how I feel tomorrow waking up and having, will I be really ready for it? I've already had to stop myself snacking on things about 3 times. Went to have a packet of crisps, kind of bag of crisps. Wouldn't have had that straight after brekkie. It's time for breakfast. And it's so weird because I'm going to be having the Wagamama that they ate last night, that they made from scratch. I'm not in the mood for that. Breakfast. Is that face for?
That's for breakfast.
You know what though, in other countries that's normal.
I remember seeing a stir fry on someone's breakfast buffet once.
It was also, this is like Jessie when he gets back from a night shift.
All over the place.
Yeah. Here we have brekkie made by Chloe. It actually looks really good. It looks like real life Wagamama. And I am not in the mood for it right now. You're in the mood for this?
Yeah.
You would eat this?
Yeah. Too right.
For real?
For real. I mean, why are you using a fork? You should be using chopper stickers.
I won't lie, it tastes really good. And I feel like once you get the first flavour, it keeps you sustained for more. Mmm.
You're all ladies.
Thank you, guys.
This is what you should be doing.
Have a prawn
and then you pick it up and eat it.
Okay, it's pudding time. Having some banana bread. Okay, weirdly enough, I'm not actually even that hungry for lunch. It's really changed my whole perspective on life. I've got a bacon sandwich. That's what I'm saying. It's really like, normally I'd be ravenous because I've only had a bit of cereal or something. Do you know what I mean? Well, to be honest, I am excited about my bacon sandwich. So for pudding for lunch, we are using up, this was so good. This is from the Naked Marshmallow Company and I bought it for one of my food gift videos and it has lasted so long. So we just keep reusing it with our marshmallows, chocolate and some Oreos to make a mini Smorio. My mid-morning snack slash it's 5 o'clock. I'm just been having some grapes and I'm gonna have an apple. Thanks. Would you like a grape? It's really weird having to try and work out your breakfast at night time.
I can imagine.
My brain can't quite like work it out. I'm like, do I want Weetabix? What, like toast? Yeah, I know, but I'm really not in a toast mood at night. I mean, if I can't have bacon or whatever in the evening, then I'll make my breakfast really bougie. So we've got everything on there. It's so funny, who made this the norm to have dinner in the evening? Because actually at the end of the day you're not exerting any energy, so.
It's historical.
I also think it's time. People are
That's
rushing out the door for work.
Social times.
You don't have time, do you, to?
Obviously, with every breakfast, what do I have?
Hot water.
Hot water. Morning to you all. So yesterday my family had sausages and potatoes. There's no potatoes left, so I might turn it into sausage pasta. I've already had a baked potato this week, and to be honest, not much of a fan of baked potatoes. If I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? I get asked quite a lot how I do my potatoes. And what I do is I just dice them up like this, hang on. Put them on a lined baking tray, add a bit of oil and whatever seasonings you want. I go for salt, pepper, garlic, smoked paprika, whatever I'm vibing, and then I bake them in the oven until they go crispy. 9:15, sausages and potatoes and some salad. Do you know what the key is in this concoction right here? You need your Snap Mild IKEA. This is the best mustard. I love it. A bit of mayo, like that. And a bit of chop. a trio of condiments, and we're just gonna enjoy. I'm really not in the mood for salad. Like, who wants salad at 9 AM? I don't want to eat it, but I know I need to. If I get the salad done, then I can enjoy. Is your dad even your dad if he doesn't show you his funny wallpaper every 2 minutes?
That, I can know why you're struggling with it. That's because these and the sausage, it's like a normal breakfast, isn't it? You could have something like that for breakfast. Adding the salad takes it out of the breakfast league.
Yeah. For dessert, I'm gonna have a scone scone. They're not my finest work, but sometimes you don't have fine work. Three, two, cha-ching! I haven't updated you today because I was making lunch for the fam, which is for a video. It's currently 7 o'clock and I'm not even that hungry, and I would have had dinner, pudding and snacks by now. I'm like a new woman. I think because I'm eating more in the day, I'm less hungry in the evening. This is crazy, and it makes so much more sense. Anyway, I'm gonna go and have my breakfast, which always feels weird when it's 7 o'clock in the evening. I feel like people have stopped eating cereal these days. I feel like there's this weird thing around cereal. No one eats cereal, do you know what I mean? This is what we've got. It was £1 in Morrison's.
Why would you when you can have a buffet breakfast?
So true, Dad. You speak the truth. And I've got my hot water here.
But that's not your favourite drink, so.
What are you like? I don't know if my milk's okay.
It's alright, isn't it? Just take a little bit out and it doesn't really go off, does it?
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Not as good as the Aldi one. Now I've had one bowl of cereal. I did have a little extra, not gonna lie. I feel like I've opened a cavern and now I want some more food, do you know what I mean? Good morning. Sorry, I just sneezed though, so I look really puffy. For dinner / breakfast this morning, I don't really know what to call it. I am having a frittata. So in here we've got some courgette, onion, chorizo, potato, and just like roasting it off to get all the nice flavours. I've added some seasoning. Well, I call it a frittata, but I don't actually know if it is a frittata, because I know people will be like, frittata doesn't have that in. So it's just a frittata with what we've got in the cupboard. This is currently what it looks like. So we just wait. It looks like it's not in a saucepan. It looks like it's just like blank space. So here we have it. Some things I've learned. I have found that it has really changed my hunger. Like, in the evenings I'm not hungry. Well, I am hungry and I did want some snacks. But normally I'm absolutely ravenous. So it's very interesting having your main meal at the start of the day. For breakfast, for pudding, I really don't know what to have. I'm not in a cakey mood, but I think that's because the sun is shining. I was gonna say maybe I could have an ice lolly, but I could think of nothing worse than having an ice lolly at 9 o'clock. I could easily hack some ice cream, give me Ben & Jerry's peanut butter and cookies, but for some reason ice lollies I feel are a different territory. I'm thinking of making like a banana milkshake. There we have it, a banana milkshake with some dairy-free whipped cream and some chocolate buns. Let's do the taste test. Hey, you like jazz? I'm making myself some lunch. Thanks, what are you doing? You're gonna eat lunch with me, hon? How are you? Tell me a little bit about yourself then. I feel like whenever I eat outside, I feel like I'm in a cafe in LA. Not that I've ever been in a cafe in LA, but... Hello, Bikini Bottom. So everyone's having this delicious looking chicken pie, which I will get to eat tomorrow, but I want to eat it right now. But instead I'm gonna have, we've got cereal as everyone has their delicious looking pie.
I would say look at the state of that plate.
No, it looks lovely. I won't lie, I have just made a fresh loaf of bread and it's 9 PM. Technically it's still breakfast food. How am I supposed to not try fresh warm bread? My body smells it and it needs it, and I grant the desires of my body's needs. So, looks so good. I just want to be transparent that I didn't stop after cereal, you know. Gee, Corisney. Good morning, last day, people. Guess what we're having today?
Goodbye.
Chicken pie. I was actually dreaming about this last night before I went to bed. But now...
You're not dreaming about it.
I'm not, because I want that fresh homemade bread. But then it's funny because you can have that. Like, I can have that tonight. Doesn't mean that I can't have it at all. Breakfast time. Arise and shine to the chicken pie ways. I feel like this one's the one I'm most okay with having in the morning. Maybe it's because it's pastry. I'm really vibing this morning. I think it's funny, maybe it's because at school I used to have a little sausage roll on my way to school.
Cheeky, you never told me that.
Not every day, but sometimes, you know what I mean?
Also, maybe your body's got used to it.
That's very true. I have been a lot less hungry, but I guess because I'm starting my day off with a big meal, so my body's fueled and ready.
Absolutely, there you go. The moral to this tale is eat a big hearty breakfast. Actually, that's what they did used to do, because they used to go out, like my granddad had a farm, and they used to go out and work on the farm, so they need to be really fueled, because it was very physical. But then I think, because we lead more sedentary lives, we don't need it as much. That is the problem, isn't it? I think some people do, because some people obviously have very, very active jobs.
If you're eating this at night, that's even, you've got nothing to come, but at least in the day, you've got a lot more to come. I am full up. I've got to say, for my pudding and my snack today, I've had brownie, and it's made a chicken soup, and we've got the bread from yesterday for lunch. Just a classic, really. It's the last melon. It's the last night that I'm having to have breakfast for tea, which is peculiar, and I'm really into it, if I'm honest with you. It doesn't even feel weird at this point. I could quite happily keep going, but I know what you're saying. I can hear you saying it right now. Why aren't you going then? Because it's not feasible with the family life. Like, if this was just how I was raised and the whole family did it, then it would be fine. But that's not the case, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm going to go for another hybrid of some granola and chocolatey squares. Do, 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 do. Is there anything worse than watching someone eat cereal? I feel like it's the worst one to watch people eat. I'm not going to lie, I think I found a new way of life with this, Chloe.
No, you haven't.
It is so good. But like, now I need to try breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, dinner like a pauper. You know what I mean? So breakfast, but have an actual breakfast, but make it like big.
You do. You go all out for your breakfast.
It's not big.
You go all out. You have like pancakes with maple syrup and with chocolate. And you've made like 6.
This video was actually really interesting to film, and at the start I didn't really think much of it, but then towards the end it makes so much sense, because food is fuel for your body. If you're hungry, you need to eat to fuel your body, that sort of thing. And it was just interesting how different my appetite was. It literally was like a full 360, because I was fueling my body ready for the day, ready for what was to come. So then at the end of the day I was like, no, I've had enough food, I'm good. Whereas I feel like, because we eat the other way round, I'm fueling my body before I go to sleep, which makes absolutely no sense, if you get what I mean. So this was very interesting. I know people are, I'm sure, going to have opinions in the comments, as they always do with these things, because, as I always say, you've got to do what works for you. So if you don't agree with it, then that's fine. You do what works for you, hon. You know what I'm saying? I'm not forcing you to do this. I'm just doing it as a little test to see what the effect was. So, I hope you enjoyed.